Hi, I'm Rajiv, and I have left the big city and traveled up the Hudson River, where there are lots of places to go looking for antiques, specifically antique tableware. Today, I'm going to talk to you about outfitting a table with beautiful old things. If you came over to my house for dinner and I cooked, when we ate, we would be eating at an old table with an old tablecloth and old dishes, old glasses, really old knives and forks, like 230-year-old knives and forks. If you are interested in setting a table with antique things, the place you start is with the actual dishes. You don't have to go out and spend a lot of money to buy a beautiful set of dishes for your table. This building is 4 floors of mainly architectural salvage. This little section has dishes, and this is more likely the place where you're going to get a deal, where you're going to find a whole set of dishes and they're not going to be very expensive. When you go to an antique store, it's usually curated, so you're going to probably pay more money than you would at a place like this. The only thing about coming to a place like this is you have to do the work. You have to really look around and pick through the dishes to find a set. But you don't also have to get the same pattern. Like if you decide you're going to get blue and white dishes, you can mix and match. But if you're going to mix and match, here's a tip. Try to find the same shade. So don't get blue like this and put it next to blue like this. I mean, you can do it. But what I think is better is when the things sort of look like they came from the same set. Oh, here's a really nice piece of transferware. This is like 1840s. This is not old. This is new. Can you see the difference now? This is like a digital generated transfer, and this transfer was made in the 19th century and put on by hand. So I would not pair these together. But what I would do is hold on to this, and then here's the work. I'd hold this in my hand and I'd start looking through all the dishes for more 19th century blue transferware. You can piece together a collection of tableware slowly over the years with pieces picked up from all of your travels. And that's kind of fun, that your entire table can be set with dishes from all of your travels. The thrill to that is that you buy a piece here, you take it home, you put it away, and then you're searching. You're constantly on the search for things that match what you're starting to collect. I love this little dish. I think I'm gonna get this. There's the mark in the clay of the manufacturer. So here's a great example. If you want to save yourself the hassle of piecing together one plate at a time, then this is a good example of a dealer that has done a lot of that work for you and has laid out plates that are in very good condition. Some of the stuff is in a set. The person has even dated this, 1930s Copeland. These are really beautiful. There are small plates, medium plates, and larger plates, and you can assemble a set from what's here. And I see something over there that would go with this. It's not the same pattern, but I'm always thinking about serving pieces as well, setting the table, not just buying the plates and the bowls, but what am I gonna put the turkey on, or what am I gonna put a roast on? And that's the fun part of this. Wouldn't that be nice with a turkey on it? This really is the ideal thing to put a turkey on, because when the turkey's on it, you just see the border, and then as the turkey's being consumed, it reveals another turkey. Okay, so you have your roast or your turkey on a big platter. It's really nice to have some serving dishes that have lids on them. I collect ironstone, and I love serving dishes that are made out of ironstone. How nice would stuffing be in something like this, or green beans? I use mine, I have one of these, and I use it for everything, even Tamil food. So if you're looking for serving pieces, you can find very simple serving pieces, but you can also find beautiful, elaborate serving dishes. This is a soup tureen. It's ironstone. There's the lid and there's the actual tureen, but there's also a tray and a ceramic ladle. And these don't often survive because they're so delicate, but all of the pieces are here. So if you want to go all out for your soup, for your holiday table, this is how to do it. Yeah. He can't be trusted. You buy your plates, you buy your bowls, you buy your bread and butter plates, then some serving dishes, and if you want to keep going, with collecting tableware, one of the most beautiful things is a teapot. I just think this form, especially from this period, this is like 1830s to 1850s, this shape is so beautiful. It's like a little work of art, even just holding it. It was made to feel pleasing while you were holding it. The balance of this thing is wonderful. Flow Blue teapot. Glassware. There is so much old glass out there. There's expensive, beautiful, hand-cut crystal, and then there's stuff that isn't expensive that's also old, like pressed glass. In a place like this, you can find old glassware inexpensively. You can learn to spot it by the color of the glass. Here's a piece right here. It has a grayish purplish tinge to it, and the color of the glass is from the metal impurities or the additives that go into the glass during the glass making process. So cobalt makes the glass blue, gold, the addition of gold to glass makes it red or pink. So, dishes, glasses, cutlery. So I have sterling silver that I've been collecting since I was a teenager, piece by piece. That's quite expensive, but you can find silver plate like this that's not that expensive to buy. And very often you can find a whole set of silver plate, maybe $100, and that stuff is excellent. I also like seeing stuff that has wooden handles or bone handles or Bakelite handles. The design is so classic and it's just so beautiful. Flatware is an easy thing to find, so you can really shop around and find exactly what speaks to you. The more you search for this stuff, the more you start to actually learn what to look for. And I really encourage anyone that's interested in this to actually go out there and get books. Don't just look on the internet, but get books about old American pressed glass. Get books about dishes. And you read about the stuff and then you go out there and you start to actually find it. The thrill is finding something that you've read about and actually associating it with marks that are in your books, and then maybe buying that stuff and bringing it home. Collecting flatware is a nice thing to start with if you're new to antiquing, because you can pick up a fork here, a knife there, a spoon here. It's a nice little soup ladle. Another aspect of setting a table is linens. There is so much out there that's in perfect condition, that's not expensive. You just have to actually look for it. What I love about old linens is that they're affordable and they're well made. So here we have 4 beautiful damask napkins and they're $15. That is very affordable. Tablecloths. Everybody had tablecloths, and so many of these tablecloths were too nice to use, so they weren't used every day. They were put aside and they were saved, and then the people died and their stuff ended up here. And that's why you can find stuff like this that's so beautiful and it's not falling apart because it was rarely used. So what I say, buy it, use the stuff. Here's a tablecloth with matching napkins. There are round tablecloths, rectangular tablecloths, square tablecloths. I have 3 tablecloths at home and I rotate them. I use them, throw them all in the wash, iron them. You do have to iron tablecloths, you do have to iron napkins. It's not a bad thing. I get a lot of pushback from people that say, I don't want to iron things. Let me tell you that ironing is a form of therapy. You feel good about it when you're done. When you use the stuff, you feel good about it being nice and pressed. Just do it, stop complaining. What I love about this process is that you're finding something that's fairly unique, you're kind of recycling, and you're supporting the vendor that sourced this stuff, that cleaned it, that ironed it, and put it on display. And very often in a booth like this, you can just tell by the tags on these things how much thought and care goes into finding this stuff and then selling it. And I like supporting these people and businesses like this. If you're setting a table, well, maybe you have a table already, but if you're moving into a new space, especially if you're moving into a small space like an apartment, it's nice to actually find a table that you can use for multiple things. This is called a drop leaf table because these leaves, they drop. So you could have this table in a small space and cover it with a tablecloth and use it like this size. But if you had people coming over, you could move this table into the middle of the room and you could lift up the leaves very easily. And now this table could very comfortably seat 4 people, or 6 even. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, it would be a tight squeeze, but it says it's mid-1800s mahogany drop leaf table, $425. I think that's a great price for a beautiful table like this. The legs are turned, they're turned on a lathe, and the mechanism is very simple. So if I was buying a table like this, I would buy 2 different sized tablecloths. I would buy a smaller tablecloth that fits over the table when the leaves are down, and then I would buy a big tablecloth that fits on the table when the leaves are up. And this could be tucked right up against a wall. Beautiful. Well, there you have it. How to set your table with an assembled mix of beautiful old treasure, dishware, glasses, cutlery, serving dishes, maybe a breadboard, some fine linens. Do it. Have fun searching. And let me know what you think in the comments below. If you like this video, please check out my own personal channel at Rajiv Surendra. Like and subscribe to that one and this one, and please come back for more. Goodbye.